What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I would like to talk about cornerback Jeff Okudah. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content. Hit that like button for your boy. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for your continued support, continuing to share out my content on all the social media platforms. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at JewTalkSports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $JewTalkSports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So as I mentioned in today's video, I do want to talk about cornerback Jeff Okudah and should the Atlanta Falcons sign Jeff Okudah or re-sign Jeff Okudah in free agency. As you guys know, free agency kicks off next week, and the Falcons have about 21 players that are free agents headed into free agency. And Jeff Okudah, to me, is a very interesting player for our Atlanta Falcons. He is about 6'1", 205 pounds. And to me, last year, the Falcons did trade for him last offseason for a 5th-round draft pick. And he played pretty well last year for our team. He started about 9 games. Later on in the season, Clark Phillips did start to take some of the snaps from Jeff Okudah. But I definitely think that Jeff Okudah is one of those players that the Falcons should consider bringing back. I do believe that Jeff Okudah, you could sign him probably to a 2 or 3 year deal for a reasonable cost. And I really think that he's a pretty good second corner to AJ Terrell's first corner. So I definitely think the Falcons should consider bringing Jeff Okudah back. He is one of those guys that has long arms. He is a guy that's a very physical corner. He is a guy that tackles very well in open space. And he did a pretty good job in coverage last year for our Atlanta Falcons as well. And with Raheem Morris coming over with his defensive background, Jimmy Lake, and also we kept on board Jerry Gray, who was a part of our staff last year, and he was working, with the secondary and things of that nature, working with the defense. I definitely think that Jeff Okudah is one of those guys that still has a ceiling. I don't believe that Jeff Okudah has reached his maximum potential. And because he's one of those guys that's only 25 years old, he's going into his second contract. I really feel like the Falcons could possibly lock up AJ Terrell and possibly lock up Jeff Okudah to be the 1 and 2 cornerbacks for years to come. Because both of those guys are around 24, 25, I really feel like AJ Terrell and Jeff Okudah played well off of each other last year. And I believe in continuity as well on that back end. And to me, our secondary and our defense played really well last year, with Jesse Bates being, like the leader on the back end of that defense. I really feel like those guys played well. But I definitely think the Falcons should consider bringing Jeff Okudah back. As I mentioned, I do believe he's one of those guys that's a solid number 2 corner. And as I've mentioned previously, you have to have depth in the NFL at the cornerback position because a lot of teams are now running a lot of spread with 3 wide receivers, a lot of flex tight ends that are hybrids where they're really like the Travis Kelce's of the world and the Kyle Pitts of the world, the TJ Hawkinsons of the world. These guys are really good at catching the ball in space, similar to wide receivers. So I really feel like Jeff Okudah's physicality plays a huge role as far as why I think the Falcons should bring him back. And to me, like I said, he did a pretty good job playing that cornerback position for our Atlanta Falcons last year. And I really feel like you could possibly bring him back on a reasonable deal. But with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Jeff Okudah. Should the Atlanta Falcons re-sign Jeff Okudah? I definitely think he would be, a good pickup or re-sign for our Atlanta Falcons because I feel like he still has upside and he's still only 25 years old. So he's in the prime of his career. And if he ever reaches his full potential, which I believe with this new coaching staff coming in, I really feel like they'll be able to help him reach his maximum potential. And if he reaches that maximum potential, like when he was drafted, I really think that he could turn out to be one of those guys that's a really good corner in the NFL. But with that being said, this has been your boy Jew. I have a lot more content coming for you guys. But as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.